Welcome to Java Tutorials for Beginners. In this tutorial, we will get to know about Java exception handling. We will cover one of the main programming concepts in Java. Java exceptions enables your Java applications to handle errors sensibly. Java exception handling is a very important concept for writing a good Java application or component. When a Java program throws an error internally, an exception is actually being thrown. Exceptions can be defined as an unexpected behavior which occurs while performing a normal behavior. And exceptions handling enables the program to give a better user experience when errors occur in Java. If you are not handling exceptions in your code, a healthy looking program could stop running at any time. For handling this situation, you need a proper code plan to anticipate that the things could go wrong. Next, move on to discuss about Java exceptions types. Checked exceptions are exceptions that the Java compiler requires us to handle. If you think that some code within a method throws a checked exception, then the method must either handle the exception or it must specify the exception using throws keyword. IO exception and servlet exception are the common checked exceptions in Java. For example, file not found exception is a subclass of IO exception. We can just specify IO exception in the throws list and make the program compiler error-free for any file not found exception. Unchecked are the exceptions that are not checked at compile time. Java compiler does not require us to handle it. If we create an exception that extends runtime exception, it will be unchecked. Errors represent serious and usually irrecoverable conditions in Java program. Even though they don't extend runtime exception, they are also unchecked. In the Java API, there are plenty of places where things can go wrong, and some of these places are marked with exceptions. Java gives us several ways to handle these situations, and three of these methods are throw, try catch block, and finally. The simplest way to handle an exception is to rethrow it. File not found exception is a checked exception. This is the simplest way to satisfy the compiler, but it does mean that anyone that calls our method now needs to handle it. If you want to try and handle the exception yourself, then it can be done using a try-catch block. You can handle it by rethrowing your exception. You need to specify the exceptions which you are handling in the catch block. The statements in a try block serve a common purpose and might directly or indirectly throw an exception. A try block must be followed by a catch block or a finally block. Otherwise, the compiler will report an error. The catch block is similar to a constructor in that it has a parameter list. This example describes a catch block that catches and handles throwables. Whether or not an exception is handled, you may need to perform cleanup tasks such as closing an open file. Java provides the finally block for this purpose. It should appear after the final catch block or after the try block. Let's see the Java exception API hierarchy. All of the subclasses of exception represent exceptional conditions that a normal Java program may want to handle. Many of the standard exceptions are also subclasses of runtime exception. A Java program should try to handle all of the standard exception classes since they represent routine abnormal conditions that should be anticipated and caught to prevent program termination. Thank you for watching our video. Please stay tuned for upcoming Java programming tutorials. Give your valuable comments below and share this video with your friends. Please visit our website for more educational, engineering, and career-oriented contents.